How's it going, everyone? Mike here with Randall on the Trustless Collectibles channel, and today we are bringing you a gameplay video featuring the Fate deck with Heaven's Field 2 out. We do have some extra spicy stuff to work with. Today we are going to be featuring the Fate 8-bar deck. This is mostly content from set 1, but as you might have noticed, there is no Rider level 3 in this current build, so we'll see.
Yeah, so Mike's going to be playing kind of a Heaven's Field 1 style deck using the 8 Goldbar package. It's going to have some really good synergy with the Soccer Brainstorm, allowing him to pick up stuff out of Clock and Toolbox for whatever he might need there. Meanwhile, I'm going to be playing Tensura with the level 1 Shizu combo that allows me to mill 2 and salvage. And then I'm also going to be playing empty level 3 Climax with the Millim Gate with no Millim.
Yeah, so the build Randall is playing for set 1 Slime is fairly traditional. A lot of people have settled on the empty Millim Gate, or just the Gate of your choosing. I think they're both Millim. But usually Fate decks, when they're playing 8 Gold Bars, they do run the 3-2 Rider. However, in this build, I am going to be experimenting a bit with cutting out the 3-2 Riders in favor of the level 3 Doubler Sakura from the new Heaven's Field set. So kind of like a more offensive-oriented approach to try to finish the game when I get to level 3. So we'll see how that goes. And the reason why we are still running 8 Gold Bar is because of our Sakura Brainstorm. Whenever we trigger a Gold Bar, we can discard a card from my hand, grab a card from my clock, and then put the top card of my clock on my deck into Clock. Oh my god, so many words. Words are difficult. But yeah, basically we want to preserve the 8 climaxes actually being bars instead of playing the red gate that Sakura level 3 does combo with. Okay. Go ahead and draw 5. And let's see what we have here.
So before we start, one idea that I have seen floating around with people deck building is 6 Gold Bar, 2 Gate for level 3 Sakura. Do you have any quick thoughts on that?
Yeah, that could definitely work. The one thing I didn't really like about the Gate was that I had to force myself to pay it out of stock if I triggered it, and it felt especially bad if I triggered it early in the game on my first attack. Fate really does like to tri-lane really early, so if I do trigger the Gate early, then I don't really have efficient options to pay it out. Whereas when you trigger Gold Bar, you kind of have an extra chance to not have a climax stuck in your stock. But I do think 6-2 is something that is worth exploring for sure.
Okay.
Alright, and now we'll go ahead and draw for turn.
So in the waiting room, you do see Mike has the level 0 Berserker. So thing that we're trying out with this build is going for a more level 2 centric game using cards like the Ilya early play, in this case Berserker being the early play condition, and the 2-1 Ridden Archer Free Fresh in order to stay at level 2 for a long time, as opposed to, I guess, the more standard build where they do use the Ridden Archer at level 2, but when they hit level 3 they're going to be using the Rider level 3 in order to prevent themselves from dying. So we're going to be taking a more earlier oriented approach.
Like you see here, I clocked my shield because I already did have another shield, and then I'm going to go ahead and play the shield in my back row. My shield does give all of my masters Clock Encore, so I am going to feel okay about attacking with my Brainstormer since I know I can just Clock Encore it and save it for my next turn.
Okay, I'm going to take the 2. I'm going to draw here. Okay. Go ahead and clock Shizu. Draw 2 cards. Now I do have these 2 in hand, and I know Mike is incentivized to tri-field me next turn, so I think I'm actually just going to end up playing both copies of my Kaijin, level 0, instead of just playing 1. 3k is still kind of hard to beat for him. He can use his Shiro Stock Bomb, since Kaijin normally, if he's alone, he gets +1 level and +1500, but as I'm playing 2, he is still going to be level 0, so the Stock Bomb will still be able to remove him, but I think it's more important to get some stock generation for these cards in my hand. So
Sounds like a plan. Yeah, this is kind of like the matchup specific plays that you normally wouldn't consider, but as Randall does know that my level zeros don't have anything really that can deal with the Kaijins as effectively. I have the Berserkers, which I don't really want to play, the Saber Altars, which I only play 2 of, and then the Clock, the Stock Bomb Shiros. So we'll see if I have an answer to that.
Yeah, and having these 2 bodies on the board is also going to lessen the incoming damage on me on his following turn, since he is incentivized to tri-field me on his upcoming turn. So we're going to go ahead and front here with the Kaijin for 1.
1's good.
And then we're going to direct here for 2.
1, 2, cancel 1, 2. And gonna go ahead and Clock Encore my Sakura, stand, and draw.
Yeah, definitely a great way for Fate to retain card advantage at level 0, because you can just use your health as a resource, take damage, not have to use any stock, and you get free cards. Super good card.
I'm gonna go ahead and clock to draw 2. Alright. We do have several options here. I think, well, we're definitely playing the Shiro. This is one of the cards that can answer Kaijin. The decision here is whether or not I want to brainstorm. And I think given the relatively lower quality of my waiting room, that and I kind of do still want to attack with the Sakura still. Basically trading off if I hit compared to if I don't hit, what are the scenarios. And I think in this case I would rather just attack with the Sakura again. I'm gonna go ahead and I don't necessarily mind pushing him to level 1 here, so I will go ahead and try to direct with the Sakura. I'm gonna go ahead and direct for 2.
Okay. It is worth noting, though, that by keeping the Sakura in the front row, it's basically telling me that you're committing to potentially Clock Encoring her a second time, or keep her on the board. So that attack is going to cancel.
Yeah, I kind of think of it as if I do have the attacker, I get 1 extra stock, I get to push 1 damage, and if I don't have it in the front row, he might just attack me anyways. Whereas if I get front attack, I get potentially 1 less damage compared to direct, and then if I Clock Encore, that is probably just a net neutral on the damage I take, except I get 1 extra attack. So I will go ahead and front in with the Shiro. Go ahead and trigger the Goldbar. I will send to stock and then activate Sakura's effect. Whenever I do trigger a Goldbar, I can discard 1, and if I do, I can choose a card in my clock and add it to my hand, and then clock myself. I think I will discard my Ilya to grab and then the copy of the Sakura Brainstorm, and then clock myself.
Okay, and then this is going to be for 1.
1.
Take the 1.
Good, and I'll activate Shiro's effect.
When he gets reversed by level 0, he can send my character to stock, and then the bottom card of my stock.
Okay, and then I will activate Shiro's other effect. When he gets reversed, if I have 2 or less memory, I can send the Shiro to memory.
Okay.
All you.
Over to me. Still not at level 1 yet. So we're just going to keep doing some level 0 things. I'm going to go ahead and clock the Millum. It's quite an interesting looking hand we have here. Okay, I think what we're going to do is play Rimuru, use his Riki effect. On play, I can pay 1, clock the top card of my deck, and search my deck for a level 1 or lower character. So I think in this case, looking at the state of my hand, I think the card I'm going to be looking for is actually... see how many copies of other potential options are in my deck. I think the card we're going to be searching for is the Shuna Brainstorm, since the other copy is here. Seems fine. The other card I was considering was the Potion Maker Rimuru, as there was only 1 copy in my deck as well. but I think I'm going to put higher priority on my Brainstorm.
Sounds like a plan.
Oh.
Yeah, when you do have these low count but high value characters that you run in your deck, you do have to sometimes check how many copies are available and prioritize as the situation sees fit.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and play this. I'm going to minus 500
On the
your
Sakura?
Sakura.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm okay to just go with 2 attackers this turn.
6 hand?
Yes, I have 6 hands.
Okay.
Alright, we're gonna go with a front attack here for 1.
1 is good.
Okay, and then we're going to direct with the Rimuru for 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. 3 is good. Go ahead and level. Let's go ahead and put the Rin Archer here. And since we already have green here, get our red out of the way. I will go ahead and call Encore.
Okay.
And stand draw. That is a pretty good draw. So let's check our deck size. See where we stand. 5, 10, 15, 20 cards. If we brainstorm, it goes to 16. Attack 3 times. 13. Search 11. I think given the current situation, I do want to clock. So I will go ahead and clock and draw 2. And then I will brainstorm. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna move my brainstorm to the back row. Play a level 1 Sakura. She's a cost 0 reverser, and on play I can discard a Climax to salvage a character.
Discarding Sakura Climax, interesting. So that tells me he has another copy in his hand ready for the combo, which means he's actually out 6 Climaxes already.
So we'll go ahead and grab an Ilya and play the Ilya. Discarding another copy of the Brainstorm and top check up to 4 and add 1. I am currently out 4 here. 5. And grab a Master. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the Shiro. The level 3 Sakura is something we won't need for quite a while.
Can I check my room? Alright, let's see. Okay, so he's got 2 copies of the Sakura combo in his waiting room. Wonder where the other 2 are.
I think I probably should have kept one of my brainstormers. So that was a mistake. Probably did not accurately account for potential scenarios of Ilya milling different stuff, but I think we'll just have to go with it. 1, 2, 2. Okay, this looks good enough to me. Play 1k1. I'll go ahead and front with the Ilya for 2.
Take the 2. So we have yellow incoming. So I'm going to take that into account for our color. We're going to go ahead and level the opposite color, blue.
Go ahead and direct with a Sakura for 3.
1, 2, cancel on 2.
Okay, and then front here with a Sakura. She does have a Climax combo on reverse with Storytime. I can search my deck for a Master or Servant.
1, 2, take 2.
Okay, on reverse search. go ahead and grab level 3 Ilya. Cut tap.
I'll tap. Alright.
Here we go.
Draw off the turn. Alright, there's one card in particular that we're hunting for in our deck right now. So let's see if we can hit it. I'm going to clock the Shizu level 3. We hit it. Alright, so actually we hit both of them.
Whoa!
So we did get the Potion Master that I did not end up searching earlier. But alright, looking around, I only have one Shizu combo left in my deck. We're going to go ahead and grab it by playing the Mask event. I search my deck for a Demon Continent character, add it to my hand, and then shuffle my deck afterwards. Considering whether or not I'm going to go back in. So looking at my deck, I have 2 climaxes left. I think actually the play is to go back in. Okay. So what we're going to do here is play a second copy of Mask. This is going to let me search another card, and the card I'm going to grab is the level 0 Rimuru from the trial deck. So he's going to allow me to discard this extra climax to grab another copy of my Shizu combo. Okay, 4, 3, 3. Okay, this is perfect.
Okay.
Okay, so looking at my current deck size, I have 5, 10, 13 cards in deck. And so this is actually the exact amount of cards I want, and I'm going to end my turn with 1 card left in deck. So we're going to start by playing the Rimuru, top check. If it's a Demon Continent character, I add it to hand and discard cards. So I'm going to add Ramrus, and I'm going to discard Kaijin, and then I'm going to use his other effect, discarding a climax to grab the Shizu combo. And then now we're going to do a Brainstorm. And Brainstorm does miss. That's fine. And we're going to play 2 copies of Shizu.
So Randall does have 8 cards left in deck, and he's going to end the turn with 1 card in deck. So perfect.
Yeah. So the main thing here is that this Sakura is actually kind of a problem, because if my Shizu were to run it over, it can send my Shizu to clock, and that would mean that this doesn't go to memory. So I think I'm just going to have to deal with that in this scenario. I do have ways that I can potentially get more Shizus to memory on later turns, so we're just going to focus on that when we get there.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and use Rimuru's effect, resting himself to marker a Demon Continent character from Waiting Room. I'm going to marker the Kaijin, because that card's basically useless now. And then we'll be able to send this marker to stock on our next turn. And I think...
So you can wipe all my characters.
Yeah. Like if I leave this here, he can just crash it on the next turn and just do it anyway. So
might as well do it now.
Yeah. We're just going to get it out of the way right now. And we're going to go ahead and play the climax. So when Shizu attacks, I mill 2, add up the levels, and then I can salvage something whose level is equal or lower than the sum, and she also gets plus 2,000 power. So we're going to go ahead and mill 2. Cool, we milled a climax, able to make sure that that goes back in with our refresh. But we can only salvage a level 0 here, so I need to think about what 0 I want to grab off this. I think I'm going to grab the Fukujiro Rimuru.
Okay.
And then this is going to be 7k fronting for 3.
1, 2, 3. 3 is good.
Oh, so pretty good damage incoming.
3 cards in deck.
3 in deck, okay. So I'm actually going to side with the Rimuru, even though we're tied. I want this to stay on the board and potentially mitigate some damage. So we're going to side here for 2.
1, 2, cancel.
Okay, 1 in deck?
1 in deck.
Alright, so there's no reason for me to side anymore to try to get him to level up first. So we're just going to front attack here, mill 2. Cool, we milled the last climax. Nice. Looking pretty good. And the other card we did mill is the level 3 Shion, which I am going to grab. Since this Shizu is going to go to clock and not memory. I won't be able to fulfill the early play condition for my Shizu early play, since you need 2 copies of the Shizu level 1 in memory. But we will be able to potentially early play the Shion, so I'm going to go ahead and grab that. And this is going to be 4-2.
Okay. 1. And go ahead and refresh.
Okay, how many climaxes going down?
7 back, missing the Sakura Goldbar.
Okay.
Yeah, some nice forward planning by Randall here, understanding the matchups, how that he will have a harder time this game getting his early pick condition for the level 3 Shizu, because I will be sending his level 1 Shizus to his clock. So having the level 3 Shion as a contingency plan is definitely some good forward thinking there. Go ahead and cut tap.
Okay.
Finish the damage. So 2. Cancel. And refresh point.
Wow.
And we take it. We take it. We take it. Which green do I want the least? Definitely the brainstorm, because I do want these 2 cards. These 2 cards are very important for my level 2 game.
Okay, so now you reverse.
And I will go ahead and activate effect.
Alright, so when she gets reversed by a cost 0, he can force me to send the top card of my clock to waiting room, and then my Shizu gets sent to clock instead of that top card. Okay, and we're going to end our turn. 1 card in deck. All 8 going back. We're looking to be in a pretty decent spot for our mid game.
Okay, and I will choose to not encore either of them. Stand my characters and draw. Okay, so I will not clock, and let's see. I will brainstorm. 1, 2, 3, 4 with. That is okay. Going ahead and play a level 1 Sakura, discard a climax to salvage my level 2 Sakura. Gonna go ahead and play it. At the start of my next draw phase, she can change into my level 3 Sakura in my waiting room. But I will just go ahead and put her in the back. If I put her in the front, she will die. I can clock encore her, but clock encoring is not something I want to heavily rely on now that I am already level 2, and the level 0 Shiro is expendable at this point in time. So I will go ahead and let's see. I do have to consider some scenarios here. If I attack with the Sakura first and I trigger and he takes it, I will not be able to send his Shizu to clock. So what I think I want to do here is attack with my other characters first. So I will go ahead and front with my Ilya for 2.
Okay, 1.
So good thing I did front with something else first. If I attack here first and I triggered and he takes it, takes 2, refresh point, goes to 2-0, and his Shizu will live.
It's fine. I'm going to cancel the two attacks after,
no.
after the Ilya.
Oh no.
Okay. For 2?
2.
Take the 2. So if he did attack here first, he would have gotten bamboozled. Take a refresh point. And we're going to go ahead and level yellow here, as that is the next color we need. I get first.
Dark here with the Shiro for 2. Trigger Goldbar, blind stock, and there's nothing in my clock to grab, so I will just go ahead and pass.
1, 2.
Alright, now we do guarantee the Sakura does get her effect off. Front attack, 4-1.
There's the cans.
Alright, go ahead and activate effect.
Okay.
Alright, your move.
Okay. Stand and draw. That's a pretty good card to pick up. Okay. So that's the one I was in clock. You're out how many?
I am out 3 in waiting room.
Okay. The question here becomes, what do I want to clock? So I think because I'm going to be playing these 2, I think I can clock this and be fine with that. So I'm going to clock this Rimuru, draw 2. That's very interesting. Okay. Alright, so with 2 or less climaxes in my waiting room, this does allow me to early play Shion. And then I get to discard a card and heal to stock. And then I'm also going to play 1/0 Ramrus. On play, I can pay 1, choose a cost 0 from my waiting room, place it on stage, and if that cost 0 is still on stage at the end of my turn, that card goes to memory. So this is one way to guarantee getting Shizus into memory in order to fulfill early play condition. Okay. Next, I'm going to Brainstorm, hitting 1.
Okay.
So I can salvage 1. I think what I'm going to get here is actually prepping for some late game with the 3/2 Milim. We're going to use Rimru's effect, resting him to get the marker into stock. To rearrange the board a little bit. And then we're going to play 1k1.
Alright.
So this will actually allow us to just use our Shizu combo at the same time, even though we only just really brought it out onto the field in order to get it into memory. So we're going to go start with a Frontier for 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Cancel.
Wow.
Woo.
Alright. And then direct here with the Ramrus for 3.
1, 2, 3. 3's good.
And then finally a front with the Shizu on attack, Climax combo, mill 2. Uh-oh.
What?
And card I'm going to grab here is... I'm going to get the Stock Swap Milim.
Okay.
And this is going to be for 3.
1, 2, 3. Ouch. That does hurt. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and at the start of my draw phase, pay 1. Send my 2/1 Sakura to waiting room, summon 3/2 Sakura from my waiting room on summon from hand or from the effect of the 2/1 Sakura. I can salvage a character from my waiting room. Let's see.
Wow, you got Berserker in clock? Oh my god.
I'd have rather not taken the damage, to be honest, but it is a good trade-off. I will go ahead and salvage 1/0 Sakura. And stand, draw for turn. You are 5 in waiting room?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 in waiting room, okay. Okay, let's prep some stuff.
Can I check waiting room while you do that? Let's see what we got here.
Many lines of play we can go with here.
You only have 4 in here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guess that explains salvaging the Sakura level 1 bomb there. He's actually got a lot of ways that he can get climaxes out of his hand right now, between the Sakura bomb with the on-play ditch climax salvage. He does fulfill the early play condition for the Elia, so he could play one of those, discard a card, heal to stock. And then with his deck as small as it is, he also fulfills condition for the Randall Archer free fresh if he has that.
So here it's just a matter of the order I want to play things. Also want to consider if I want to play a climax this turn. I think I do want to play a climax, so following that line of reasoning,
or you can not play climax.
I will definitely play climax. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start prepping for level 3 since we are probably going to hit level 3 next turn. Go ahead and play the 1/0 Sakura, discard a Goldbar to salvage my level 3 Sakura, save it for late game. Next, to preserve compression, I will go ahead and activate my level 3 Sakura. Just gonna send a card into my stock and then go ahead and pay it out with the Randall Archer.
So 5 showing back, right?
5 showing.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Randall Archer on play, if I have 5 or less cards in my deck, I can free fresh and then draw 1 after I result effect of the refresh. Here you go.
So this makes me think the last two climaxes were in the deck.
Draw one. Interesting card to draw. Muy interesante.
How interesante.
Totemo interesante.
Sideways interesante.
Oh, not that interesting. Okay, so his Shizu is 10k.
And Xion?
I mean, not Xion.
Nine-
Xion's 9-5.
9-5?
Xion's 9-5, so I can actually kill it with a written archer. Do I want to early play? What are the benefits of that? Okay, I've decided. I will go ahead and early play. Day 2.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Wait just a second. Oof. Alright. Gonna go ahead and discard the Shiro and heal the bottom card of my clock into stock. Alright, so that is another thing about this deck, is that the 8 Goldbar deck, you will have a fair amount of blind stocks. And I think I will go ahead and cycle through. Can I check your waiting room real quick?
Sure.
Okay. With 4 stock. Okay. I'll go ahead and play the level 1 Sakura,
Okay.
which is a huge 4,000 power.
With no Shiro on the board.
But with a climax, it's a 4-5 actually. It does have the level assist, so it's 4-5 right now. And I'm gonna go ahead and play 1k1, make it 5-5. So
How many cards in hand?
3 cards in hand. Yeah, so with this line of play, I do want to try to make him use 1 stock for his counter. Otherwise, if he doesn't, I do get a search. Either way, I think is okay for me. And I will go ahead and... Do I want to search first or last? I think I want to go ahead and attack first. So go ahead, Goldbar, find stock, and activate Sakura's effect. I can discard a card to grab a card from my clock and unclock myself.
Okay.
So that'll be for 2.
2. Yeah, there's no way I'm countering that. This stock is way too...
Yeah, that's
way
what I
too
figured.
precious.
Alright, so I'll reverse search. Grab another healer.
That stock could be half a healer.
It is, yeah. That stock is a full healer sometimes when you play Shion's.
Yep. Alright, easy 2 cancels incoming.
There you go. Go ahead and frontier. 3.
Easy 2 cancels. There's 1.
Alright, come on. Let's hit that 3. 3? Yeah.
No red either. Alright, so in this case, we're just going to level another yellow. We're going to need to find some way to get red later on. Alright. Stand draw. 3, 4, 5. So let's see. So there's 1 climax left. It's a red one. What is the plan here? So I think clocking here and then healing once is part of the plan. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and clock, draw 2. I Brainstorm, that puts me down to 3 stock. If I do that, alright, we're gonna go ahead and rest this first. To marker. Marker Kaijin.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and Brainstorm.
So 7 buck?
Yep.
Okay.
Hit 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab both of these. Refresh points. We'll go ahead and play Healer.
So he does not have another Xion, unfortunately, to double heal.
Yeah, unfortunately. We will compress a little bit though. I'm gonna go ahead and play Chloe, use her effect, discarding Shuna to search for a mask. And I think it's better to use the mask now rather than later. So we're gonna go ahead and use it.
And just get the 1 card out of your deck. Right now, when you do have a deck that just refreshed, you have more targets available, so you have an idea of you can get exactly what you want, basically.
It's also better compression for incoming damage since
Yeah.
I am at risk of dying next turn, so I just want to get the extra non-climax out of my deck when I can, which is right now. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay, what else are we doing here? I think the plan is to just play one of these random cards and just go in. So we're gonna does it matter which one I play? I don't think it does. You have 3 hands?
I have 5 hand.
5 hand.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Combo plus.
I started attack phase with 3. I triggered a Goldbar and then I searched with a Sakura.
Right. Okay. I'm pretty sure on his next turn he's just gonna play his 3/2 Sakura and then like maybe another healer no matter what, and then maybe even the red Sakura. So I don't even know. I don't think leaving his board is a problem because I feel like he's gonna play over a lot of it anyways. So I'm just gonna play this thing. There's another option in my hand that lets me kill this, but I don't think it's important enough to kill because I think you're just gonna play over it anyway. And we're just gonna go for attacks. So I'll start by fronting here for 2.
1, 2. Go ahead and level for blue. Get that Berserker out.
Front for 2.
1, 2. 2 is good.
Front 1.
1. And 1 is good as well.
Okay.
Alright. Stand my characters. And draw for turn. So my goals this turn, I want to heal as much as possible. I'm not really putting myself at a very high percentage chance to kill him this turn. So my goal is to heal as much as possible and put myself in a situation where I can cancel more next turn. So my deck can last pretty long, given that it does have a lot of really cheap and renewable resources like the Sakura I can generate stock every turn, the Ilias, which only costs 1 stock to play.
How many of the Ilias are you playing though? Because this is your only healer in this deck, right?
I am playing 3 Ilias. Yeah, my level 3 line in this deck, Encore Dex link will be in the description. This current list runs 3 Ilia, 2 of the back row Sakura, 2 of the level 3 Sakura, and 1 Saber Bouncer from Heaven's Field 1. Basically, it's just constant looping of the level 3 Ilia. For example, I have 1 on board, 1 in my waiting room, and I have 1 in my hand. I think what I will want to do right now is play level 3 Ilya over my level 3 Ilya. On play, discard, heal the bottom of my deck into stock.
If anything, this is quite hand intensive though.
Mm-hmm.
So
It is.
gotta watch out for that.
Yeah. A lot of the times, at least in my experience later on in the game, after a couple of refreshes, your deck will be fairly compressed, so it does rely sometimes quite heavily on hitting Brainstorm, so we'll see what happens here. 1, 2, 3, 4, hit 2. I will go ahead and salvage. If I hit 2 at this point, I might want to consider refreshing. I have 9 cards in my deck, so that's actually great. So what I want to do here is I want to salvage these 2. Add to my hand, and then I will go ahead and brainstorm again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Salvage 1.
Mm-hmm. How many out are showing?
5 out showing.
Okay.
Okay, and I will. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5. Grab a level 1 Sakura. And go ahead and play over. Actually, no. I have 1 more left. So I will go ahead and play over the Brainstormer. Play, discard a Climax, salvage. Another Ilya. And then... I think I want to activate her effect first. Tap. Put a Master or Servant into my clock from Waiting Room, and then I will go ahead and play over the 1/0.
Into your stock?
Into my stock. Oh my god. Words are hard. Alright, pay 1. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I will go ahead and refresh.
Refresh value on this card is like super good because it's basically like you heal to hand because you're not taking refresh point, but you're also getting a draw.
Mm-hmm. A lot of the late game loop with this particular deck really only works since the deck does compress so well, and that your Rin Archer does draw you a card when he activates effect. So it's just hyper efficient plays with 1 stock healers, getting a stock every turn, and then draw 1 to refresh. It's essentially just not only healing 1, but like Randall said, heal 1 to hand. Okay, I will go ahead and draw 1. Alright, now to finish the rest of the play, which is heal more. On play. Play 2, discard, heal.
Mm-hmm.
Play. Play 2, discard, heal. And let's see. So I do have 1 card left in my hand. I think I want to... Let's see. I could play over the Brainstormer. I think I will play over the Brainstormer. Go ahead and play the 3/2 Sakura. And salvage a level 3 Sakura. And this is the only card in my hand. And I will rest. And put a card from my Waiting Room into stock.
Okay.
Alright, and I will go ahead and start swinging. Frontier. 4/3.
Why'd you have to trigger that? So now all of his attacks are for 3, meaning that if any of these 2 stick, I will die. Do have the consideration of playing a counter here. First, I need to think about how that affects my potential plays next turn. So next turn, I'll basically have 4 stock, which means I think I can afford to play a counter here. So I'm gonna play my Gopta counter. This is gonna boost me up to 13k. So I will beat your Ilya. And then also the counter effect, I reveal top. And if it's a Demon Continent character, I add it to hand, discard a card. I'm just gonna cycle it out.
Okay.
This is for 3. Cancel.
Okay. go ahead and direct with my middle Ilya for 3.
1, cancel.
Okay, and last one for 3.
1, 2, 3.
Alright, here we go.
I'm alive. Alright. Standard draw. That's an interesting draw. So currently his Ilias are 12 and 13 5.
Ilya gets 500 per every other master or servant, and then both of these Sakuras are front level assist times 500.
Okay, and I know he doesn't have a counter in hand, so the middle one is too big. I'm going to leave that one alone. But I'm definitely going to go for that one on the side. 12k. Yeah, that's definitely beatable. So we're going to start with not clocking. Play Shion, pay 2, discard a card and heal to stock. And then I'm going to play... Oh, sorry, I need to rest this, get the marker, and then we're going to play Milim. And reveal the top card of my deck when it's placed, and if it's a Demon Continent character, I burn 1. Oh my god.
Woo! Saved.
It's fine, you're dead. You're just dead.
I'm just dead.
Alright. So let's see. I think I'm actually going to put the Shizu in the middle and crash that so that I can encore it, retain a body on board to reduce incoming damage potential. And then... So is there anything else to do?
Play a climax?
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, because otherwise the Milim would not be able to get over, and you do want the damage from the climax as well.
Alright, so we're going to direct for 4 first.
Cancel.
Okay. Front for 3. 3.
And every time Randall attacks with one of his other characters, his Milim does get 1000 power.
So this is 12-5.
To my 12.
You're dead.
I'm just dead.
Front. 4. Overswing.
Cancel.
Could consider clock shooting here. Anything about what is potentially happening on the upcoming turn. So he's going to play Sakura from his hand for sure. If I clock shoot here, that means I have 0 stock, which means if I draw a caustic character, I can't play it. I also can't play this. I think I'm gonna leave it alone, but I'm gonna encore middle.
Okay. Stand and draw. How many in waiting room?
5.
Okay. I think this will be final turn. That being said, I don't think I need to clock. I do have enough soul output already. So I will go ahead and just play the 3-2 Sakura. She does have on play, I can draw up to 2 and discard a card from my hand. Let's discard
10 in deck, by the way.
Okay, let's discard the Shiro. So I think we are swinging with 3 Tuso beaters, so one of the Sakuras is going up. I do have to give consideration to not crashing into his Milim. So let's put our biggest character there. The Sakura in the middle will still be able to contest the Shizu. The Shizu's 10-5 to my 11. And the Shion can stay. Okay, I will go ahead and activate her rest effect. Alright, so now we think about order. Does order matter here? It might. Goldbar counter is in your waiting room, right?
Yep.
Okay.
It's right here.
Okay, I think I'll start with the Ilya. Go ahead in front. The Ilya is 12k. Goldbar. For 2.
Okay, 4, 2. Cancel. That is what we want to see. We want to see climaxes in the top 4 cards in my deck so he cannot mill any out of the bottom 6.
How many cards are in your deck? There are 6 left?
There's 8 now.
There's 8. Let's attack here. Front. Pay 3.
These are the climaxes, you know.
Oh, I did blind stop the Goldbar, by the way. So pay 3 and discard 1. Let's discard a Shiro. So mill bottom 6 from my opponent's deck. Burn number of climaxes milled. There's 1. There's 2.
No. Okay.
Alright.
Alright, this is free damage then.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to cancel twice. Easy.
Harder things have been accomplished before in this game.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Alright, not this one though. This is refresh point.
Definitely not. Okay. So trigger for 2.
Easy cancel. Oh, I'm done. Okay.
Alright, and there we have it. Anything in particular to note about that game? I think it was pretty standard.
I definitely think for this specific matchup, you do want to be prioritizing that 1-0.
The 1-0. Mm-hmm.
This one right here,
Mm-hmm.
because it contests the game plan for Slime so well.
Right.
You completely mess up their rhythm going into the level 2 game.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, I wonder if a possible play you could go for in your 2 turns ago, the turn when you had the triple Elia front row, is potentially instead of playing the 3-2 Sakura over the Brainstorm,
Played over the Ilia.
play it over Elia.
Mm-hmm. And then salvage on the...
Yeah, salvage
Ilia.
it back, and then have... I think that would allow you to have one more Elia in hand.
But the card I salvaged from the salvage was the 3-2 Sakura. And I only had...
Was that the only card in your hand?
Yeah, so I had 1 card left in hand after I triple Iliad, and then I played this over my Brainstorm to salvage the 3-2, and that was the only card in my hand after that.
Oh, I mean, I meant actually before you played the third Elia.
Oh!
So like you could play Sakura over one of the Elias you already had on board. Oh, but then you wouldn't have 3 attacks still, yeah.
I guess I can attack with the
oh, you can attack with yeah.
Because my Brainstorm was tapped and my other 3-2 Sakura was also tapped.
What was here that you played over with the third copy?
So it was a refresh. It was a this, and I believe this was my front row. I want to say because did I double Brainstorm that turn?
Yeah, you definitely double Brainstorm. So
Yeah.
it was something like
Yeah, so it was
where's the Sakura?
it was this.
Yeah. So and then you played like an Elia here,
And
then you played like an Elia here, and then what I think.
And then I had this in hand, and this in hand. I played another Ilia, I discarded the Sakura, and then I played the Sakura to salvage back the Dark Sakura. And then the board ended up being this. And then with this in hand.
So if you were to do this... Oh, it doesn't actually change anything then, yeah.
Right. It's like each of the Ilias did heal one, so I wanted to heal as much as possible. And in my... Because like, I already... Even if my entire front row died, with this back row, like I will always have enough ammo to attack 3 times and activate the Sakura effect. So that was my train of thinking there.
If you had one more hand, it could have worked, and you could have had an extra Elia in your hand, I think. But you would need one more card.
Right. Yeah, that was another gameplay video on the Trustless Collectibles channel. This matchup is very nuanced, like Randall mentioned, a lot of matchup specific things you need to watch out for. This particular Fate deck, I think, is one of the more challenging decks to play in terms of getting the order of operations right and making decisions. I think it is super strong.
Deck size management is also super important in this deck.
Right. But it does feel extremely rewarding to play when it is piloted competently. So we will see you guys in the next video. We'll have more content for you, and we will definitely have Slime content coming up with the upcoming release of Slime Volume 2 in English in September. That set is going to be super awesome with 3 different super strong meta decks, all coming from material from the new slime set. So look forward to it. We certainly are very excited. And go ahead and like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let us know what you liked about it. Let us know what you'd like to see in the future, and we'll see you guys next time.